palatial Robinson Gearing Studio Complex and live out of Pawleys Island, South Carolina, this is the Jake Robinson Sports Experience. What is up? It's your boy, Jake the Snake Robinson, coming through once again. And look, I have missed all of you. It feels so good to be back in the saddle again. The Snake is that, easy rider coming at you today. And look, still not a whole lot going on in the world of baseball, but there have been some incremental steps going forward. And look, today is not only Valentine's Day, which I'd like to wish everyone out there a happy Valentine's Day 2018, February 14th. But I do sense some incremental steps going forward, and, hope springs eternal. Pitchers and catchers have all reported in. Baseball is officially back. And what more can I say? It is a great time of the year. And look, I know there's been a lot of hard feelings during this offseason. As far as, players that are still on the free agent market. And look, we're going to go forward from here on out. The guys who are in camp are in camp, and let's just move forward. Now, with that being said, I do think it's still kind of odd that all these players are out here, but, let's fire it up. Let's get ready to go. Baseball season is here, and I am glad to have all of you with me. It's the Jake Robinson Sports Experience as the experience rolls on the Let's Talk Baseball Podcast Network. And, look, a couple things we're going to cover this week. Now, we're not going to focus on why these players aren't being signed right now, but I figure every week until, all these players get signed, I'd like to do something called the All Free Agents Left on the Market team. I devised a team of all the players that are still left on the market, and as these players come off, I'll continue to change these lineups and rotations as the week go forward. So I'm going to share my thoughts on that with you. I also have a contest between Todd Blassingame and Kurt Stewart. Many of you here are aware of Todd Blassingame out of home of the Houston Astros, world champions. A big personality on this show, as well as in the Let's Talk Baseball Podcast Network Facebook room. We also have a man named Kurt Stewart, kind of new to the room. He is an umpire in Columbus, Ohio. And I figured we'd do like a little game between these two. Both of these guys are umpires in their free time. So I'm going to have a contest between those two. I'll break that down to you. Darvish goes to the Cubs. We're going to talk a little bit Atlanta Braves and a little Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen. You're listening to the Jake Robinson Sports Experience as the experience rolls on. Hello, everybody. I got your hookup. Holler if you hear me, and I am officially back. And it is great to be here with all of you. Now, many of you know before I do my shows, we've had a lot of bad luck going on. I usually leave this first segment for deaths in the baseball world. And this isn't one particularly in the baseball universe per se that we know it as. But I would be remiss if I didn't send my condolences out to Dean Hobson out of New York City. Now look, Dean is in the Let's Talk Baseball Podcast Network Facebook page. And he's pretty new in there. But I got to tell you, like I said last week, we're all family. And when one of you hurts, I hurt. Now, Dean lost his father February 6th of a massive heart attack. His father's name was Dennis, and he was a diehard Yankees fan and Thurman Munson fan in particular. And it was this man that cultivated the love of this game for our buddy Dean that's in this room. And I just want to thank everybody in the Let's Talk Baseball Podcast Network Facebook room that showed empathy towards this man this week. It's a very hard time for him. And your father sounds like he was a great man. He left you some things behind, but most of all, he left you memories. And one of the memories that Dean was telling me about was the first time he ever saw his father cry was when Thurman Munson died in that tragic plane accident. And it changed his perspective, and it also gave Dean an understanding of the importance of sports in some people. And from that moment on, he was a New York Yankees fan. So, Dean, I'd like to say to your father, rest in peace, Godspeed. Time will not dim the glory of his deeds, and we are all here for you, brother. All of us here in the Let's Talk Baseball Podcast Network family. Now, thankfully, this week I do have a little good news that goes along with the bad news. And literally, right as I went to air, the head TJ Gordon out of Central Pennsylvania, he and his beautiful wife, Mariah, they are literally in the hospital right now delivering a newborn a newborn head into this world, if you can imagine that. Now, look, there are no truth to the rumors that this child will be named Paul Konerko. And he's assuring me that this kid will be a TG3. So, right now, as I speak on the air, TJ is in the delivery room with his wife and just seeing some amazing things. Hopefully, everything goes well. I'm going to be waiting on him to hear a word, and I will get it out to you if something goes down in the middle of this show. So, from death comes life, kind of like baseball, kind of like Jake the Snake. We rise like a phoenix. Oh, man, and opening day is here. I mean, it's not here, but it's very close, right? I mean, once the pitchers and catchers report, it's just a matter of time. And God willing, I'm going to see another opening day. It really is an exciting time of the year. We got March Madness coming up, and then we're going to go right into opening day baseball. And that's why we're here, right? Because we love the greatest game in the world. Baseball, baseball, baseball. And I told you a couple weeks ago, I don't care where you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care what rock you're under. Any corner of the earth, I'm coming for you. And I could not be any prouder of you guys and the support that you give me. I got amazing feedback on the Kangaroo Court show that we did last week. For those of you that didn't hear it yet, shame on you. Go to the archives, check it out. And just the warm wishes and great words. I want to thank all of you out there. And the numbers are steadily rising. I'm dominating in Israel, dominating in Canada, Australia, France, Germany, UK, United States, the Philippines. Are you kidding me? I got listeners in the Philippines. Very, very exciting time. Jake the Robinson Sports Experience on the Let's Talk Baseball Podcast Network out of Pawleys Island, South Carolina. And look, literally, minutes, like seconds before I came on the air, free agent pitcher Hector Santiago, he signed a minor league deal with an invite to spring training for the Chicago White Sox. He's a 2015 All-Star, had an abysmal season last year for the Minnesota Twins. Now, he was recovering from back and shoulder injuries, and I'm sure that played a major role in his lackluster and mediocre season. I mean, this is somebody the Orioles could have gone at, but I'm not going down that road. Now, the Chi Sox originally drafted Santiago in 2006. He made his MLB debut in 2011 and pitched for the Southsiders for 3 seasons before being traded to the Dodgers. 7-year right-handed pitcher has a career of 40 and 46 with a 4.85 ERA. Now, I couldn't get an exact dollar amount, like literally seconds before I came on the air. I wanted to make sure that you got it, before a lot of people in this country. I know many of you subscribe to me, so, as soon as this show drops, boom, you're going to get this information that you might not have had anywhere else. I mean, it literally came seconds ago. So I don't have a dollar amount, and I don't really have the particulars of it. I do know that it's a minor league invite. It's a minor league contract with an invite to spring training. So we'll see how that rolls out. Hector Santiago signed by the Chicago White Sox literally seconds before I came on the air. So I wanted to make sure that I got that to you. Now, as I told you, I was going to be doing a all free agent list. Well, look, an all free agent team of players that are still left on the market. And I went through and I broke it down. And there are a lot of great players that are on this list. So, look, I made this lineup. I made a rotation. I didn't make any relievers. You know why? Because the relievers have been treated like gods this offseason. And, for the sake of, every good reliever has pretty much been signed at this point. So I didn't make a team for relievers, but I do have a lineup, and I do have
Tostitos hint of jalapeno chips.
These Tostitos are amazing.
Sarah says these Tostitos.
I do have a rotation. So, look, here it is. All free agents left on the market, the batting order, and every time a player comes off through the season, I'll just take that player out of the lineup, and we'll start over. But right now, all the players that left on the market, listen to this team. Batting first at center field, Ichiro Suzuki. Now, look, center field is kind of dim. Not a lot of center fielders on the market, so I put Ichiro Suzuki right there, put him in my leadoff spot. His 2017 salary was $2 million with the Fish of Miami. And like I said, the market is saturated with right fielders, and there's only really a few left fielders and center fielders. So I put Suzuki right here. He's a future Hall of Famer, has 3,080 hits, batted .250 last year, certainly substandard by his, expectations. He's a career 59.6 WAR, 17-year career. A slash line of, listen to the slash line, 312, 355, and 403. 10-time All-Star Rookie of the Year, 2001 MVP, and 10 Gold Gloves. Now batting second, switch-hander, second baseman, Neil Walker, 32 years old. 2017 salary, $17.2 with the Mets and the Brewers. The switch-hitter still, he's still got a little pop in his bat. He played only 224 games in the past 2 years out of 322. Last year, batted .267 with 14 home runs, 49 ribs, and 59 runs. A career slash line of .272, 341, 437, 130 career home runs, and 522 ribs. Batting third baseman, Mike Moustakas. Last year's salary, $8.7 with the Royals. Two-time All-Star, 29 years old, 7-year vet. Had a career year last year. Put it all together. Put up some sexy numbers. 38 home runs, 85 ribs, 75 runs, and a slash line of .272, 314, 521. And look, only 94 strikeouts and 555 at-bats. I love that. So that's my third hitter on my all-free agent, left-on-the-market team. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, J.D. Martinez. Last year's salary of $11.75 million with the Tigers and the Snakes. 30-year-old, 7-year veteran, 2015 All-Star game. He gave the D-backs a much-needed offensive shot in the arm when he was traded to them last year with the Tigers.